A home improvement brand we work with just made over £70,000 from organic search in 90 days. And I'm about to reveal the entire strategy we use to do this, so you can copy and paste this and get similar results for your own store. You'll see how we found the searches that actually bring in the buyers, how we rebuilt the store to show up higher on Google and turn those visitors into paying customers, and how we got them into places outside of just Google search. If you copy and paste the strategy for your own brand, organic could end up making you more sales than anything else you're doing right now. So let's get into it. Target the pages that sell. So the biggest mistake we see with e-commerce SEO is treating traffic and rankings as the one and only goal. See, traffic on its own doesn't make you money, because a lot of the people you may attract are only doing research and never actually buy anything. What matters way more is going for the searches that come from people ready to spend their actual money, and this is what we call going after commercial intent. For the Brick Tile Company, a UK brand that's been selling brick slips for over 25 years, that buying search term was easy to figure out. Now, real quick, if you're not familiar with brick slips, they're thin brick tiles people put on their walls to get that look and feel of real brick, and that's what their entire business is revolved around. So anyone searching brick slips is ready to buy, and that made it the most valuable keyword on the site. The problem was that after all that time, they still weren't ranking for it while the competitors took all the orders. So before doing anything else, we made ranking for the term brick slips the #1 goal everything else was built around. Give every page one job. Trying to gain visibility for brick slips was pretty difficult because their site was built in a way that didn't even allow them to appear for that main category term. The site was organized around how the business thought about its products when it needed to be built around how their customers actually search. Their blog posts were also ranking for their main commercial queries, so Google kept sending those buyers to an article when really they needed a page where they could shop. The bigger issue was that several different pages were all competing for that same brick slips category search term, and when you've got a few pages trying to rank for the same keyword, Google can't tell which one to prioritize, so it often ranks none of them well. That's a problem called keyword cannibalization, which I've covered so many times, and it's one of the most common problems we see on e-commerce sites. So what we did was give every important keyword a page of its own. Starting with brick slips, we picked the one page that fit best and redirected the other competing pages into it. From there, all the broad guides and FAQs about brick slips got moved onto that page, the home page. Then for the blog posts that were pulling in the most buyers, we rebuilt into proper collection pages so people ended up somewhere they could shop. And lastly, we built out the category pages they were missing, organized around how people really shop, by room, by color, by style and application. The last thing was making sure Google could read all of these changes. The pages had no product schema, which is the code that tells Google what each page is, so we added it across the site. Then came the internal links, what Google follows to get around your site, so we made sure every important page was properly connected. And a few technical issues were stopping some pages from showing up in Google at all, so we tracked those down and fixed them. And once all of that was in place, the main brick slips keyword went from position 9 on Google all the way up to position 2. And across the whole site, they picked up over 123 new first page rankings for the kinds of searches that bring in buyers. By the way, if at any point in this video you would like us to build a strategy like this for your own store, you can book a free intro call with us by clicking the first link in the description. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Taking the fear out of buying. At this point, they were ranking and the right people were landing on the site, but a visitor still isn't a sale. Plenty of people were coming to the site and leaving without buying anything. The pages were built to show off the products when really they needed to answer the questions stopping people from buying. There's a lot to feel unsure about before you commit, because it's an expensive job to get wrong. Someone's about to spend a good amount of money and they're worried about things like ordering the wrong amount, whether they can fit it themselves, and whether it'll look right on the wall. So the whole job here was to answer every one of those objections right there on the page. Now I'm just going to show you what that looks like in terms of answering objections right on the page. As you can see, as you scroll down the collection page or the category page, you can see more information around brick slips in kitchens, which is what this collection is targeting. You can see different visuals of customers that have applied the product in their own homes, and a link there to more inspiration. So if you click that, it kind of goes into more visual representation of the products, which is very interactive, which is amazing, and you can buy products from the screen. If I go back a step, you can also look at other various collections that are highlighted. There's a bit more guidance around brick slips, what kind you should have in your kitchen, and it offers potential recommendations in terms of how to match the brick slips to the exterior of your house. Several examples, in the kitchen, places that you might have them. So feature walls, behind cupboards, kitchen backsplash, kitchen feature walls, all the common places that you'd probably have brick slips installed, and just really good information. So it's a really good balance of text and visuals to really get inspired, and again, more links, deeper links to inspiration for whatever space you may be going after. Again, fireplace has a very similar kind of layout. Visuals, highly visual at the top, more detail, more text at the bottom is the flow in which I would definitely recommend if you're selling a very visual product, especially in the home and garden industry. If you're a home and garden brand, you'd want to take that kind of similar approach rather than a big wall of text to scare away your customers. Now on the product page, you can see how objections are handled. As you can see over here, we have a sample option, so get a sample panel, and it kind of adds a sample on there as you browse, and you can check out with up to 3 samples, which is really cool. Standard feature that you see in a lot of these home interior design brands. Obviously, you got your size options. You can see this in your own room. If you click that, it goes into a visualizer to allow you to visualize what it could actually look like. So again, handling the objection of, is this going to look good in my own house? And there's a calculator there. Again, you might be thinking, oh, how many do I need? You don't need to go to another site to try and calculate the number of towels that you might need, or call customer service, etc. That's all done for you. And again, you might be thinking, do I need installation help? Well, there's wonderful information around that. If you click that, you even have options of recommended installers in your own specific area, delivery information, product sizing. It's all available on the product page itself. So in terms of e-commerce, of course, you'd have the home page, going to collection pages, and then product pages is where you want people to purchase. So a lot of your objection handling is actually going to be done on this page itself. Again, lower down the page, you have more customer proof. So there's actual visual representation of customers who've installed this product in their own house. So if you are thinking of buying this product and you've never heard of the brick tile company, there's again, really strong social proof that there's actual real customers that are really happy with this product, and you can see all the different options that they've gone with. Nice visuals again, YouTube video on here, just a simple video, just a slide share showing you all the different options available. Again, it doesn't need to be fancy, but these kind of things can work really well. All of these changes finally gave people the confidence to buy, and the results made that very obvious. Their conversion rate went from 1.14% up to 2.23%. So they were turning nearly twice as many visitors into buyers. That worked out to 300 sales from organic search, and 282 of those were first-time customers getting found outside of Google. So at this point, the pages were ranking and turning visitors into buyers, but there was one more part to the strategy. When someone's renovating their home, sure, they'll search on Google, but they're also scrolling Pinterest for ideas and going through design magazines for inspiration. So if you want to be the brand they end up choosing, you have to show up in all of those places too. So the next thing we had to do was get the brand featured in the magazines and websites buyers were reading. We got them mentioned in places like House Beautiful, Home Building and Renovating, and Yahoo Style UK, all within the first 3 months of authority building campaigns. That coverage puts the brand right in front of the people planning their home, and it builds the authority Google rewards when it decides which sites to rank. The second thing we had to do was get on Pinterest, because it's where so many people go to plan how their home is going to look. Someone building a board of ideas for their living room is a buyer in the making, and even if they're months away from ordering. So we built up the brand's presence there, and it now brings in 300,000 views every month, a whole new channel of people discovering them. And all of this put together resulted in organic search becoming the single biggest source of sales. Over the last 3 months, organic brought in £71,067 in revenue, up 285.7% on the same period the year before, and it brought in more than double what they were making from paid ads. Now, getting your organic search to outperform your paid ads is 100% possible, and you could probably take this strategy and apply it to your own brand. But when it comes to getting to the structure of the site, the pages, all the technical work, and building authority on Google, a lot of brands mess up somewhere in that process and end up going back to spending more money on ads. So if you'd rather have everything built for you and get it right the first time, click the first link below this video and book a free intro call with us. On that call, we'll look at how well your SEO is doing right now, find the buyer searches your competitors are ranking for that you're missing, and show you exactly which pages would bring in the most revenue first. So again, you can book that free intro call by clicking the first link at the top of the description. Now, if you'd rather just do SEO yourself and you want a complete guide for it, then check out this video next.